Okay, so class, we continue our discussion on improper integral. Okay, so everyone can see my screen. Boleh nampak ya?
Boleh.
Okay, very good. Alright, so now this question asks you to decide whether the integral is improper. So explain your reasoning. Okay, so now question 1 to 8, you just to decided whether the integral is improper or not. Okay, so you kena tahulah keadaan bila dia improper, bila dia tak improper. Okay. Alright, so my question here is how to determine whether the integral is improper or not improper. Bila keadaan dia improper? When?
Find the value of x.
Find the value of x. Okay, good. Lagi? Any idea? We check the discontinuity. Okay, so we check the discontinuity. Okay, so the reason why we need to find the values of x because we want to check the discontinuity of the function. Okay, so kalau dia ada gap atau discontinuous on the interval given, so inilah interval dia 0 to 1. 0 to 1 is the interval of x. So katakan dia ada gap dekat situ. So kita boleh katakan dia adalah discontinuous lah. So bila discontinuous, we can say that the integral is improper integral. Lagi satu yang melibatkan infinity. Itu juga adalah improper. Okay, so now let us check the discontinuity for this function. So here we have this function which is 1 over 5x minus 3. Okay, so number 1, we have this integral 1 over 5x minus 3. And the interval 0 to 1. Okay, so check discontinuity. Okay, so now 1 over 5x over 3, denominator cannot be equal to 0 sebab dia adalah denominator kat situ. Okay, so here we can say that 5x minus 3 cannot be equal to 0. So 5x tak boleh sama juga dengan 3. Okay, so x is not 3 over 5. Okay, so now the interval. Apa maksud interval? You kena tahu juga what is interval. Apa maksud interval? Interval adalah nilai x yang satisfy dengan function. Okay, so function here is 1 over 5x minus 3 and the interval of x here is 0 to 1. Okay, so interval is 0 to 1. So kita nak check discontinuity, kita kena tengok interval dia lah. Alright. So based on this equation which is 5x minus 3 does not equal to 0. So we identified that x is not 3 over 5. So kalau x is 3 over 5, so this function is undefined. Okay, so dia akan jadi kosong kat bawah tu. Alright, so here we can see that x is not 3 over 5. So now we look at this interval. So interval dia kat sini adalah 0 to 1. 0 to 1. Is it 3 over 5 in between 0 to 1? Termasuk tak? Yes, okay. So maknanya yang ini adalah improper or not improper?
Improper.
Improper. Betul. Okay, so this one is improper integral. The improper sebab in between this interval, it has 3 over 5. While x cannot be equal to 3 over 5. Tapi 3 over 5 ada dalam interval yang ini. So this one maknanya this integral is improper integral. Okay. So the reason, kita boleh katakan reason dia dekat sini adalah fx is discontinuous at x equals to 3/5, which in the interval 0 to 1. Interval 0 to 1. Interval 0 to 1. So this is the reason. Jelas Soalan ni dia minta you
Jelas.
nyatakan proper ataupun improper. Okay, very good. So number 4, improper. Sebab ada infinity. Okay, number 5. Number 5. Number 5 ni this function is
Not improper.
not improper. Yes. Okay, so untuk number 5 ni, untuk x kat sini, it can be any real number. Kalau you masukkan number apa je, dia akan define. Okay, so that we can say that for this integral is not improper because the function is defined for all values of x. Okay, faham ya? Alright, so now evaluate. Okay, very good. Okay, so exercise 17 to 32, determine whether the improper diverge or converge. Okay, so bila dia diverge? Diverge when the limit does not exist. So kalau you dapat, come again?
Betul, betul.
Apa yang betul? Bila you dapat infinity, so means that the integral is divergent. So bila you dapat value, the interval is convergent. Tu senang je. So nombor 18 ni dapat converge ke diverge? Kena buat dulu lah baru tahu. Okay? Alright. So
Diverge.
diverge Okay, kita tengok jawapan dia. So 18, 18. We have this improper integral 6 over x to the power of 4 dx, where x, interval of x is 1 to infinity. Okay. Alright, so in order to answer this question, you need to give the definition for the improper integral because we will solve based on the definition. Okay, so definition for improper integral for this one, it is equivalent with the limit t approach to infinity. Okay, for the integral 6 over x to the power of 4 dx, where x is 1 to t. So what is t? T is approaching to infinity. So ini adalah definition dia. So kalau you buat ni, kita akan bagi 1 point dekat sini. Alright, so next we solve for this integral. Nak mudah you solve lah integral. Solve integral of 6 over x to the power of 4 dx. Okay, so it is also equivalent with the integral 6x to the power of negative 4 dx. Alright, so it is equivalent with 6x over x to the power of 3 over negative 3 plus c. So the answer here is negative 2 over x to the power of 3 plus c. Betul? Okay, so hence integral 1 to t 6 over x to the power of 4 dx. Okay. So limit t approach to infinity for the integral 1 to t 6 over x to the power of 4 dx. It is equivalent with limit t approach to infinity for negative 2 over x to the power of 3 with the limit 1 to t. Okay, so t is a upper limit. So carilah limit t approach to infinity negative 2 over t to the power of 3 minus jangan dapat plus kat sini so plus 2 over 1. Okay, so cari limit dia. So this one we will have 2 over infinity. 2 over infinity is 0. Okay, so 0 plus 2 is 2. So jawapan dia adalah 2. Dapat tak? The answer here is 2. Siapa tu dapat diverge? You dapat
Saya salah kira,
infinity.
madam.
Ha?
Salah kira.
Salah kira. Okay, so therefore 1 to infinity for 6 over s to the power of 4 dx, it is equal to 2. So the improper integral converge. Okay, converge ya. Okay, ada soalan tak untuk ni? Any question? Tak ada. Okay, tak ada, good.
Sekejap,
Ya,
saya lupa dah. Macam mana nak beza converse dengan diverge?
converge kalau ada limit, dia converge. Kalau you dapat infinity ataupun negative infinity, diverge. Okay. Limit.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, welcome. Ingat jangan lupa. Okay, dia keadaan dia memang macam tu. Converge ada limit. Tak ada limit, diverge. Okay, so next kita tengok 22. Betul lah 22?
Betul.
Betul. Okay, great. So 22 integral x to times exponent to the power of negative x over 3 dx, where x here is x 0 to infinity. Okay, so based on the definition, it is about limit t approach to infinity for the integral x exponent negative x over 3 dx, where x is 0 to t. Okay, so for this one, you need to solve for the integral. So yang ni kita gunakan apa ni? X exponent negative x over 3 dx. We use kenapa?
Product rule.
Product rule,
Tu yang DV apa semua tu.
integration by parts. Betul. Product rule tu untuk differentiation ya. This one we use integration by part because we have two functions, product between two functions. Dan kita tak boleh nak gunakan substitution method. So this one is integration by parts. Okay. So let U LIATE. So U is X. So if we have U, then we need to differentiate Then we have dx. du is dx. Okay. So the rest is our dv. dv is exponent negative x over 3 dx. So you integrate both sides. Then here we have v equal to exponent negative x over 3 over. So you differentiate negative x over 3. Kita akan dapat negative 1 over 3. So over negative 1 over 3. And it is also equivalent with 1 over 3. 3 negative. Yeah, very good. Negative 3 exponent negative x over 3. Okay, so solve selesaikan dia. Right. Next. Integral x exponent negative x over 3 dx. It is equivalent with uv negative 3x exponent negative x over 3 minus uv minus integral v du. So negative 3 exponent negative x over 3 du is dx. Okay, so here we have negative 3x exponent negative x over 3 plus we integrate 3 exponent to the power of negative x over 3, integrate yang ni. Kita akan dapat apa? Exponent negative x over 3 over negative 1 over 3. Betul tak?
Ada 3 kat depan madam.
Ada 3 kat depan. Kat sini ya? Ya, betul. Okay. So, selesaikan negative 3x exponent negative x over 3 minus this 3 kita buat ke atas. Kita akan dapat negative 9 exponent negative x over 3. Okay. So, hence apa tadi? Limit t approach to infinity. Integral. Copy balik yang atas tu. Ni. 0 to t. X exponent negative x over 3 dx. Betul eh? Okay. Equivalent with the limit t approach to infinity. Yang jawapannya. Negative 3x exponent negative x over 3 minus 9 exponent negative x over 3 with the limit 0 to t. Okay. Kita cari selesaikan. T approach to infinity. Negative 3t exponent negative t over 3 minus 9 exponent negative 3t over 3 minus with 3 times 0 is 0 minus 9 exponent 0. Okay, ni dia. Alright, so this one you akan dapat apa ni? Infinity. Infinity over infinity. Kan, betul tak?
Betul.
Betul. So this one you dapat infinity over infinity. So this one you need to apply L'Hopital's rule lah maknanya kat sini. Yang ni Yang ini kita dapat infinity over infinity. So we need to apply L'Hopital's rule. So this one you akan dapat 9 over infinity. So this one is 0. Yang ni kosong 9 over infinity. So kenapa saya cakap 9 over infinity? So this one yang exponent t negative t over 3, it is equivalent with 9 over exponent t over 3. So limit t approach to infinity. So kat sini you akan dapat infinity. So anything divide by infinity in limit ke dalam limit, kalau any constant divided with infinity, we will have 0. Okay. So yang ini kita dapat infinity over infinity. So this one you need to apply L'Hopital's rule. So yang ini it is equivalent with -9. So inside here is -9. Okay. So apply L'Hopital's rule. Ini dapat kosong. Limit t approach to infinity. -3t over exponent -t over 3. Apply L'Hopital's rule. Okay, derivative respect to t on -3t over derivative respect to t exponent -t over 3. Okay. So this one you akan dapat limit t approach to infinity -3 over apa tu? -1 over 2 exponent -t over 2. So yang ni dapat jawapan dia dia tak ada negatif, dah buat turun kan, tak ada negatif lagi lah. Dia akan jadi positif kat sini. We don't have negative. Okay. Exponent infinity. So 3 over exponent infinity, you akan dapat infinity. So this one is 0. Okay, so the down here, you akan dapat infinity. So anything divided by infinity, we have 0. So therefore, the answer here is, dekat sini, you akan dapat 0. It is equivalent with 0. Minus 0 is 0. Minus, we have plus 9. So the answer here is 9. Dapat 9 tak?
Dapat.
So therefore, 0 to infinity for x exponent negative x over 3 dx equal to 9. Okay? Right, ada soalan tak? 9.
Tak ada.
Tak ada ya? Okay. Okay, ada soalan ni? Tak ada Alright, so next, last question, 28. So 28 is 0 to infinity. Okay, interval is 0 to infinity. And the function here is x to the power of 3 over x squared plus 1, the whole thing to the power of 2. Okay, buat satu lagi soalan, 28. 28. Okay, improper integral x to the power of 3 over x squared plus 1 to the power of 2 dx 0 to infinity 0 to infinity. Okay, so the interval is 0 to infinity and the function is s cubed over s squared plus 1 to the power of 2. Alright, so now we solve for this one. It is also equivalent with limit t approach to infinity for the integral x cubed over x squared plus 1 to the power of 2 dx, where x here is 0 to infinity. 0 to t, sorry. 0 to t. Okay. So next we solve the integral x to the power of 3 over x squared plus 1 to the power of 2 dx. Alright. Okay, so macam nak selesaikan ni? How to solve for this one?
Let you.
Let you. Yang mana nak let you?
Denominator.
Denominator. Kalau let you denominator, instead kita gunakan substitution ke?
Minta.
Let you. This one, so du to x dx. Okay. Let you. Okay, kalau kita guna u, we can simplify for this as to the power of 3. X cube tu kita boleh selesaikan. Masa 2. Kan, you akan dapat 2x nanti. So, 2x dx. So, 2x dx dengan x to the power of 3. We cannot simplify for that one. Okay. So how? Macam mana ya?
Minta kalau x square tu kita buat dalam term of u boleh kan?
X squared in terms of u.
X square equal to u minus 1.
X squared equal to u minus 1. X squared. Boleh? Okay. Jom kita try buat. Okay. Let u. Alright. So let u is a x squared plus 1. Let u is x squared plus 1. And then du is a 2x dx. Okay. And then this one, x squared, it is equal to u minus 1. And x, it will be square root u minus 1, plus minus. Okay, so sekarang kita substitute x in terms of u. So bila kita guna yang macam ni, so maknanya kita guna substitution method. So for substitution method, yang ini, we need to convert all x term into u terms. Kita kena convert daripada x, sebutan x kepada sebutan u. Alright. So, yang ini, let u is x squared plus 1. Then differentiate apa ini. And then untuk x squared, x dalam sebutan u dia adalah plus minus square root u minus 1. Sebab daripada sini, kita akan dapat yang ni lah, which is u equal to x squared plus 1. Means that x squared equals to u minus 1. So x is a plus minus square root u minus 1. Macam tu. Okay. Square root u minus 1. Okay, ada cara lain tak? Tak ada. Tapi tak apa, untuk 28 ni kita KIV dulu. Jawapan ni nanti saya akan share kemudian. Right, boleh?
Boleh minum.
Okay. So yang lain kalau nak share jawapan dia boleh. Kalau dah ada yang dah dapat jawapan, you boleh share dalam group. So kita boleh tengok sama-sama. Alright. Okay, so I think that's all for today. Right, so before we end our tuition ataupun kita punya discussion hari ni, ada soalan? Ada soalan tak berkenaan dengan topik kita hari ni, iaitu indeterminate form, L'Hopital's rule and improper integral? Any question?